Borders was once one of the largest bookstore chains in the United States. For many people, Borders was a place to browse books, listen to music, drink coffee, and spend hours inside a large store. At its peak, Borders operated hundreds of locations across the U.S. and internationally. But by 2011, Borders was gone. This video explains how Borders collapsed, focusing on debt, changing shopping habits, and key business decisions that led to its failure. Borders was founded in 1971 as a small used bookstore in Michigan. Over time, the company grew by focusing on large stores with wide selections. Borders offered books, magazines, CDs, DVDs, and later cafes inside many locations. Customers liked the experience. Stores were large, quiet, and designed for browsing. For years, Borders benefited from strong book sales and steady foot traffic. During the 1990s and early 2000s, Borders expanded quickly. The company opened more stores, entered international markets, and invested heavily in physical retail space. This expansion made Borders one of the most recognizable bookstore brands in the country. Borders built its business around large brick-and-mortar stores. These stores were expensive to operate. They required long leases, large staffs, and high inventory levels. As long as sales stayed strong, this model worked, but it left Borders vulnerable if customer behavior changed. That change was coming. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, online retailers began changing how people bought books. Amazon allowed customers to order books from home, often at lower prices, with delivery straight to their door. Borders did not respond quickly enough. Instead of building its own strong online store early, Borders outsourced its online sales to Amazon. This decision saved money in the short term, but hurt Borders in the long run. Customers who wanted to buy books online were sent directly to a competitor. By the time Borders tried to improve its own online presence, Amazon had already become the dominant online bookseller. Another major challenge was the rise of digital books. E-readers and digital reading became more popular in the late 2000s. Competitors invested early in digital platforms and devices. Borders did not. Borders lacked a strong e-book strategy and fell behind as more customers chose digital reading over physical books. This reduced in-store traffic and cut into sales across the company. As sales slowed, Borders still had to pay for its large stores. Rent, utilities, and staffing costs remained high. To stay afloat, Borders took on debt. This added pressure to an already struggling business. Debt made it harder for Borders to invest in technology, improve stores, or compete on price. The company was stuck paying for past expansion, while revenue declined. Borders was no longer just competing with other bookstores. It faced competition from online retailers, discount stores selling books cheaply, digital reading platforms, smaller, more flexible bookstores. Borders' large store model became a disadvantage instead of a strength. By the late 2000s, Borders began closing underperforming stores. These closures reduced costs but also hurt the brand's visibility. In 2011, Borders filed for bankruptcy. The company attempted to restructure by closing more locations and cutting expenses, but the changes came too late. Later that year, Borders announced it would liquidate its remaining stores. Hundreds of locations closed, and thousands of employees lost their jobs. Borders collapsed because of several connected issues: heavy reliance on large physical stores, slow response to online shopping, missed opportunities in digital books, rising debt from rapid expansion, increased competition across retail. The company was built for an older retail environment and struggled to adapt to new consumer behavior. Borders disappeared, but its story reflects a larger shift in retail. As shopping moved online and digital content became more common, companies that failed to adapt faced serious risks. Borders serves as an example of how quickly a successful retail brand can decline when it cannot adjust to changing markets.